So, if you guys don't know what's going on right now, basically Sergio accidentally drove his car off the Azusa Canyons, and up to this day it's still down there. He hasn't been able to recover it because of the wildfires going on with California. Thankfully they're starting to slow down now and the sky isn't orange no more or brown, but he's gonna try and recover the vehicle because he still has some pretty decent parts on it. He has GT4 calipers and whatnot, but as I said, the wildfires haven't allowed that because of the roads being closed, and rescue vehicles haven't been able to drive up there to recover the vehicle. So that's gonna be a video for a different day, hopefully. I did tell him to let me know when he's gonna go recover the vehicle so that I could go down there and I guess see or record. But anyways, this is a day after I got laid off from COVID, and this is before getting hired back from Honda. And I drove down to SoCal to pick up some raised wheels for my Civic, and I hit him up and I was like, hey, you okay, man? Like, because he had already told me, so I already knew what was going on, but I just wanted to like check up on him. And so I was like, is it too much to ask you to drive me up to where it all happened? He's like, no, it's fine, dude, I'll take you. So this is what I ended up recording, and once the footage is done from this recording, I'm gonna show his car before and then after when it was down there, or when he took pictures of it being down there. Actually, it wasn't even him, it was his friend that climbed down there because Sergio was still sore from the accident, so he couldn't physically go down there by himself. So he sent his friend, and he said it took him at least an hour, half an hour to go down and another half to come back up. So that's a hike, or that's a you know. So don't want to talk too much. Check out what Sergio had to say. What happened, Sergio?
Well, I just didn't lose my life, but I lost my Celica, which sucks the most.
There's no skid marks, or?
No, you can just see the tire track. You can see the tire marks here.
Are these your tire marks right here?
Those right there, on the dirt. One of those two. I don't know which one exactly. One of those two.
One of these two.
Either this one or this one.
Holy fuck! There's no way you're making. No way we're going down there. Where did your friend start going down?
Somewhere through, I don't know, through those bushes or through here. And I think that the CF hood was sitting on those like dead trees.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where I first made impact. I nosedived, then I started rolling down.
Do you remember how long you were rolling down for?
I mean, it felt like 45 seconds. It felt like forever, but you know, the people who witnessed it, they still had a chance to park their cars, take their seatbelts off, run through this place, and apparently they still heard the car hit into rocks and bushes and stuff like that. So I think it lasted like 20 seconds probably.
No way.
Yeah, and I came out through that side where you see that pipe.
Yeah.
That water pipe.
Is it easier to go through up that side? Because it looks like that pipe kind of has like a little trail next to it, no?
Yeah, we try to like get in the pipe and kind of go up, but it's too slippery.
Yeah.
So it was just literally like next to it. There are less bushes and less trees. Over here I just didn't see anything. I had to go up that way.
Fuck.
That crack is.
So it's basically a V shape from this
exactly,
mountain.
it's like a V shape, and I'm like in the middle.
From this mountain to that one, it's a V shape, and he's stuck in the middle.
Yep.
Which means car can keep going down.
It could have.
Fuck.
But it somewhat stopped, and luckily I wasn't upside down, you know.
Did you remember turning off the car?
No, like, I mean, I was conscious through everything. Like, I lived the whole thing. I heard the bushes and the car hitting rocks and everything and rolling down. I remember everything. Like, I never lost my conscience.
Imagine if you had a dash cam.
Dude, and I remember that night I brought my GoPro camera with me. Oh. But by the time I tried to turn it on, it was dead. Like, the battery was completely drained, so I didn't use it.
Oh.
I think that's what I feel.
You were driving that fast.
I think. I never look. I mean, so you can see the road coming down. You can see the shape. So I remember that on the, not on this turn, but on the one behind this hill or that mountain or whatever, I sped up a little bit. And I always go down the mountain on second gear because I like to stop with compression, not with the brakes. So I think that on that turn, I made a mistake of probably shifting to third gear. So I lose all compression. And by the time I was here, I tried to downshift to second gear, but it was already too late. So, so I actually understeered and just kept going straight.
Understeered and kept going straight. Yeah. Holy shit. My gosh.
They saw me coming up and they didn't do shit.
They didn't do shit?
No.
They didn't even like look at you or nothing?
Up until I was like, well, while I was hiking up with a friend, they saw me and they were just like standing there. By the time I was like probably 6 feet, 8 feet away from them, they yelled at me, hey, we're gonna throw a rope at you. And I just got pissed and so I'm like, I don't need a fucking rope. And I just kept going up.
Slide through there, dude. Holy shit.
So I come up with these bushes right here. But you can still see that it's like somebody stepped on them.
That's
steep. Up through here.
It's steep as fuck.
Dude, they were literally like this. Like they saw me coming up through those bushes and they were just like this. Literally, by the time I was like probably like right there, that's when they said, hold on, we're gonna throw a rope at you. And I'm like, I don't need a fucking rope. Kept going up. And then a random guy, not even a firefighter, not a cop. He was a random guy. He was the one who actually gave me a hand. Literally, he reached out and I grabbed his hand and I came up.
What time was this?
It was probably, well, it was probably like 11:45 at night when it happened. So by the time I was coming back up, it was probably like 12:45, close to 1 o'clock in the morning.
And I bet you hear all the bugs down there.
Dude, no, it was just, you know, like, can you smell that? Like that, I don't know. It's just that smell of like the trees and like bushes, and I remember that. And it was super slippery because it was like loose soil.
Yeah.
That made it more difficult to climb up.
Yeah, fuck.
And then of course I would hear like bushes moving. I guess they were like fucking animals. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. The wheel. That's it.
You think it's this one right here? This?
I think so. Pretty certain it's this one.
Do you know your tire thread? Laugh it off, man. Laugh it off.
Okay. I'll do one of two things. Cry about it or laugh about it. So
yeah.
Might as well laugh.
So then Sergio hits me up and he's like, hey Seabass, I know you be buying Celicas left and right. Can you help me find one? And so I was like, yeah, bro, I'll help you find one. And funny story about that, we couldn't find shit. Months went by and we were just finding buckets, high mileage ones, mismatched body panels, crappy paint jobs, and just nothing good. Fake TRD kits, fiberglass kits, blah, 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 blah. So, and I love, and before I even say this, I appreciate every single one of you followers, subscribers from both YouTube and Instagram. I appreciate you guys because Jesse, I believe was his name. he sent me a message on Instagram and he was like, hey bro, I've been watching your videos, I like him, this and that, blah blah blah, but unfortunately I'm heading back to Hawaii, so I can't bring my Celica with me, and it's gonna cost me about $1,700 to ship it to Hawaii, and he just didn't want to spend that much on that car that he hardly drives. From what he told me, it was his best friend's car. His best friend was the original owner, and he pretty much owned it almost its whole life, the first owner, and Jesse was the second owner, but he didn't own it for that long. And we pulled up the Carfax just to make sure, you know, and yeah, he was right. And it's actually it's a somewhat pretty good mileage car. It's 130,000 miles, I believe. Original TRD kit. It is a 2001 GT-S 6-speed manual. It is clean on the inside, like really, really clean. Clean title. There's a little bit of discoloration going on the blade section of the TRD wing and on the third brake light cover, but every other panel looks great. Yeah, there's imperfections on it, but damn near 20-year-old car, guys. Come on. But it's really nice. It has an AEM intake, cold air intake. It has KYB adjustable shocks with Tokiko lowering springs and an extended GTS TRD muffler, which is really, really nice. And he hit me up through Instagram. He was like, hey, you want to buy my car? And I asked him, how much? And he gave me a price, and I was like, that's a little bit too much for me, man. This seems more like someone that wants to get into the Celica game. I'm a guy that likes to buy bucket Celicas to fix and restore and flip. And it's stupid. It's funny because it's been so long since me and Sergio were looking that I had forgotten I was looking for a car for Sergio. And so the next day, me and Sergio were talking about something after I told Jesse that, oh no, never mind, I don't want to buy your car. It's too much for me. So I told him it was clean. It's clean. And so then so the next day, me and Sergio are talking, and then I'm like, wait, you were looking for a Celica? I found one for you, dude. I found one for you. So I sent Sergio the pictures that Jesse sent me, and he was like, bro, that looks clean. How much does he want for it? Switched the information. He was like, bro, if you could get that for me for that price, I'll pay it. I'll pay it, dude. I'll come get it too. So then I messaged Jesse the following day, and I was like, hey, bro, I changed my mind. I actually want to look at your car. Let me look at it. If it's something that I like, I'll pay what you're asking me for. And so it's a good thing because he actually lives in Livermore, Jesse, and so he hit me up and he was like, yeah, I could bring it to you after work. That way you could put it on the lift, check it out, inspect it, do what you gotta do. I'm not hiding anything. So he did that. He came the next day. We put it on the lift. We checked it out underneath, rust free, obviously. He even let me do a compression test, like, and on the third crank on each cylinder, 210 psi. That 2ZZ is healthy. That's a healthy 2ZZ. So I was actually happy of what I landed in. So me and Jesse worked out a deal. I got the car, and I told Sergio, and he was just overjoyed. So I told him, tell you what, I'll hand deliver the car, or I'll drive it to you, but you gotta go to the SoCal Celica meet. And he was like, done deal. So I actually didn't have no one to go with to take this car. So I'm in my head, I'm like, who can I tell to go with me, or who can I ask? Clayton. I'll ask Clayton. So this is where I get this footage from. Damn, gas is cheap. $3.09. Who's this fuck boy? Damn! What are you eating?
I don't know what the hell it is. Alberto's?
Alberto's?
Junior.
Damn! Munching on the carne asada fries.
Yes, sir.
So, by the time I upload this video, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna know that this Celica I got from a follower on Instagram. He contacted me and he's like, I'm moving back to Hawaii. You want to buy a Celica? And I told him, no, man, your Celica is way too clean for me to buy. So I hit up Sergio and was like, oh, hey, you're looking for a Celica, right? Well, I found you one. And pretty much it is stock. The only thing to it is the TRD muffler, the cold air, the AEM cold air intake, and the KYB adjustable shocks. Well, I guess that doesn't make it too stock, but you guys get the gist. But it's a TRD from factory. Really clean. Non-sunroof model. And we're we done right here? I guess I am. Gonna put a little bit more. $33. Should be more than enough. Alright, I gotta use the bathroom before we leave. But I'm also gonna meet up with another follower on IG. I'm gonna sell him a C60 transmission that I got right here undercover. Got a C60 for him. Gonna sell for $500. It's a spare one that I have that I don't need. And then also I'm selling another subscriber side skirts and a rear valence. And let's go. Dance, make it dance. I need to see his reaction.
Hey, what's going on?
I need to see his reaction, though.
Christ.
Fucking 5 hours later, we're here.
What's going on, man?
Sergio, nice to meet you.
That's,
Sebastian, good to see you again. Thanks for coming down.
This is it. Obviously in the light, it looks a lot shinier.
Damn, it even has tsunami wheels. I'm so jealous.
Shut up. Good story.
Rare tsunami.
Rare tsunami.
Look at the headlights.
They're clean.
Right?
JDM side markers.
Yeah, JDM side markers too.
Ooh. They're clean too.
Yeah, it's.
Listen, the headlights, I think that's one way to know when they've been like taken care of in a way.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, girl was faded as hell.
Well, Clayton drove it here, so if anything, he could tell you how well it drives.
That thing drives pretty nice. Like the short shifter, I don't know.
It has a short shifter?
Yeah, it's got
TRD shifter.
Oh!
Yeah.
That thing, it drives hella nice. That's pretty just. Damn, I kind of want to buy this for daily driving.
It's cheap. It was cheap for what it was, or for what it is.
Yeah, this thing's fun. I like the how